Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer show. This is a show where we talk about stuff, play you some music, and encourage you to be creative. This season, we are exploring the art of being human. We want to say thank you to our patrons who support us each month. If you want to know more about that, visit us on patreon.com/Chasing Ebenezer. For more information about our musical endeavors, visit chasingebenezer.com. We hope you enjoy the show. Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer show, everybody. I am Benjamin, and this is Heidi Beth, and this is Season 3, The Art of Being Human.
Yes, thank you for all of our patrons who help make the show happen. Thanks to all you folks listening to the audio and to all you watching. We're just happy to be back this is the second episode of Season 3. Last week we gave a whole intro to the year about why in the world are we talking about being human. So you don't have to, because we're not about rules around here, but you might want to go back and listen to or watch that episode.
It'll help to give you context.
Yeah, it'll make sense out of what we're saying, but no biggie if not.
Yeah.
So
since this is a new season and a new, very focused series, we're going to start
with. To focus.
We're trying. It's for us. It's not for you.
Myself here.
But we wanted to do this thing that we're going to do every week, and this is a question you can always ask to kind of check in with yourself: is how have you experienced your humanity this week?
Oh boy.
Do you want me to go first?
You can go first, because mine will take so long.
So I experienced my humanity yesterday afternoon at about probably 3:30. I don't know what it is, but especially since we've been in COVID land and everybody's rhythm has just been destroyed, I find myself just getting extremely tired.
So what you're saying is nap time.
Yes.
Is your
I'm contemplating a nap today. I really am. But I really experienced it then quite a bit. And I guess the other way that I'm experiencing it is I'm having these moments where, and this is a good thing, where I'm tempted to get frustrated or complain about somebody, and all of a sudden there's a pause and I'm recognizing, oh, wait a minute. They have a reason to think the way they do too. So maybe
you mean other people?
Yeah, other people. Other people are human beings
with their own thoughts and
feelings. Therefore, I do not need to be a jerk about it in my brain. So yeah, a little good, a little bad. My diet has definitely been something that's made me feel my humanity just a little, because I realized that I'm not fueling my body with good things lately. I won't say which things, but yeah.
I do need to give a shout out to Victor Rico's, by the way.
Yeah, Victor Rico's is good food.
If you are, I think they're a chain. I don't know if they're outside Oregon, but Victor Rico's, oh my goodness, some of the best. The burritos, oh goodness gracious. It's so good.
And it doesn't help that it is located
so close to our house.
To where we live.
So yes, we have eaten a lot of restaurant food the last year, and so yeah,
Victor Rico's is I feel my humanity feels good when I eat Victor Rico's. Anyway.
Yes.
What about you?
So many ways. So many human things. I've just been really tired the past week or so, and a lot of you know that I have PTSD, and it can make it so hard to even function. It feels like my brain is a complete tornado. And so that's really hard when it feels like I'm doing everything I know to do, and the chaos in my brain won't stop. So it's a hard, yeah, I feel sorry for me.
I do.
Feel sorry for me. But so I think it was last week. These are the last week or two, one of the things.
I love that one.
Thank you. I'm about done with these. One of the most therapeutic things has obviously been art for me, and pointillism has been one of the best ways to just help me calm. And I'll show you a couple of pieces I'm working on. Sorry for you audio people, you can't see these, but you could go on. I'll probably have them up. I have some pointillism pieces up on my website and my Instagram handle. And it's pointillism, if you don't know what it is. It's art made completely out of a million billion dots. And so there's something about the repetitive over and over and over again that just really helps bring some calm to myself.
I love the one with the mountains. I like both. I love all your art.
Thank you.
This reminds me of a book, because when you read fiction, sometimes you imagine things in your head.
Oh yeah. You create the scene.
You create the scene, and I read C.S. Lewis's Out of the Silent Planet a few years ago, and this is it's close to what I was thinking.
Oh, how cool is that?
Which is pretty neat.
So yeah, it's difficult. I don't think when you're a kid you think, oh, I'm gonna have all these mental health problems. You think you're gonna grow up and be this awesome person, and so that's a way that I've experienced my humanity, and so thanks for letting me share.
Yeah. So this is our first specific episode. Again, if you want to watch the summary, you can go back and watch the previous one. And today we're starting at ground zero.
Oh boy.
With the body.
Oh my goodness. This is such a hard topic, but when I was thinking about how to start this investigation of one's humanity and use art for it, I was like, well, this is the basics. So if you haven't printed out your cool worksheet, your journaling art thing, there's not a really cool way to make a worksheet sound cool. So, but it really is. So
this is the best worksheet ever.
Best worksheet ever. Go ahead and pause what you're listening to and print this out, and then you can use it during the week to explore the whole idea of the body.
So getting into this topic about the body, what was the message that you received growing up? Whatever the source was, what was the dominant message
sources
that you
everywhere.
heard?
There's media, there's family, there's friends, there's
it's everywhere. You can't even walk outside without getting some kind of a message about the importance of the body.
I think at the end of the day, the ideas that a lot of it's subconscious, but is that your body is a burden, and that you always got to make sure you don't get fat and be skinny. And if you don't, and it's just nonstop, blah, 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 blah. The body is a burden. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Not a good thing. And that there's always a better body to be attained.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was my message. My parents were very encouraging to me, but you're always comparing yourself to either what you're seeing on TV or the peer group that you find yourself in. And growing up, I was kind of the odd man out, so I was always called fat and stuff growing up.
No, I don't like
and
that.
it was just something that was a constant, and so I always felt, and to this day, I still struggle with feeling that way. So I always feel very self-conscious whenever I'm around people, unless I'm playing music. I'm hiding behind an instrument.
You like to hold your guitar.
Yeah,
so.
Nothing is worse for me than singing without one.
Oh.
But yeah, so I think that was mine, because there were, I grew up in the age of action heroes. So you look at them like, well, I don't look like that. And then when you get, this will probably be more information anybody ever wanted. I got furrier, because men.
Are you talking about body
hair? Body hair, yeah. Than most of my peers did. So, going to the pool sucked.
You were born with a beard, right?
Pretty much. So yeah, it was really hard growing up, and I think that's definitely affected my adult life quite a bit. So what about you? What messages have you received about your body? Whether it's good or bad. Be thinking about that.
And I think that how we view our bodies, it does affect how we live. I know it affects me, the lack of confidence. It just makes it hard to share, to be fully present sometimes. And what it boils down to, this is the body that you have. This is the body that you're given, and you can do things to try to help it. Things like illness, I was in a car accident that took years of being in physical pain, and there's nothing sometimes that you can do about it.
Right.
I think we always feel like, I should be able to fix this because of medicine. We should be able to fix all this, but sometimes you can't fix the things that are wrong with the body. You can't necessarily achieve. I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to be any taller. So
I thought you were going to say grow hair, and you were pointing at my head.
No,
and
well,
I'm like,
so beautiful, bald. So just learning to love and accept the body that you have, and that's something that clearly we struggle with, but we want to learn better how to do that.
And well, what I was going to say is I think that we all kind of have this person or this image that we compare ourselves
the
to. The ideal person. And honestly, the idea of being a superhero or a supermodel is a lie. It's a lie. I mean, it's not that you can't be a supermodel, but it's like, I think that to believe that the body you have been given is good, and to appreciate that versus saying because it doesn't look like this, then it is less than. I think that's really important. And that's hard to do because we're inundated with the ideal, with what society considers an ideal image. We just are.
So should we give them prompts now or should we wait?
I want to say more about the creativity.
What did you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. If I had looked at my notes.
Well, the body is kind of the vehicle with which creativity takes place. If you really think about it. Like I'm a singer-songwriter and we think that the guitar or whatever instrument I play is, but no, I need my body to play the instrument. And we were just talking about this. Well, what if I lost my hands? What would I do?
Cry.
I'd cry. Well, the first thing I do is I try to learn to play my guitar with my feet. And after that inevitably did not work, I would probably invent like some kind of like prosthetic limb that either had a guitar pick for this hand or a slide for this one so I can just do this. I'm determined to play music regardless of my limitations. But the body is meant to be a work of art and it's meant to be a vehicle for expressing art. Dancing is a great way that just happens just as the body. Singing. We use our body to make things. It's amazing.
It is amazing. I remember I recently heard, I think I heard Julie Andrews on the Today Show recently, that she's not able to sing anymore, but I'm pretty sure that her daughter encouraged her. She writes now. So her voice is still heard, but it's just in a different way. And so I thought that was a really beautiful way to think about it, that sometimes our bodies change. Sometimes we can't do the thing the way we want to, but to adapt and to find a new way to express. Always be expressing is important. So you don't usually have to doubt that from me, but
never. Never. So maybe a good question to ask yourself is, what are some ways that you feel like your body gives you an advantage in creativity? And what are some ways do you think that it might be a liability in creativity? And what if the liability is maybe just a way to a different avenue of creativity?
Well, like your fingers, if anyone has ever looked at Ben's fingers, as I know you do, you have very long fingers. You have like guitar fingers like nobody's business. I have very short fingers. So I cannot play bar chords. And it's so frustrating. I just don't think that I can. Do you think I ever can?
Play bar chords?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Apparently I'm just too whiny.
I didn't say that. I just implied it.
But it's not a natural. My hands aren't naturally that long.
No.
So you're very gifted at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to give you a couple prompts here and talk a little bit more.
So many prompts. So many prompts. So I hope you've started a journal for this whole thing, and it can be super simple, a little spiral notebook. But take some time to journal about how you feel about your body. How did you used to feel about it versus now? Like, has it changed? What was your family's view of the body? What are parts of the body that you don't like? And what are ones that you do? So that'd be a really great journaling exercise. And then write a blessing to the parts of the body that you're ashamed of.
Ooh, that's
and then
so
write a note.
good.
Oh yeah, I'm deep. And then write a note of gratitude to the parts that you appreciate and that have really been kind to you. Okay, I'm gonna let you give a prompt now.
Woohoo. Well, the last one is the one that I did. So
I'm gonna let
she's gonna let me.
you.
She's so nice. She's so nice. So I was thinking about this, that when Adam and Eve in the Bible lost paradise, the first thing that you see affected was they were ashamed of their bodies, which is so interesting and just so indicative of history in general. So what they used fig leaves to kind of cover the parts that they were ashamed of.
I have never done that. I have never gone and grabbed foliage.
Foliage to
Yeah.
Make
not my first thought. Like, oh, I better go pick some leaves.
So your prompt is to.
You could do that.
You could.
Sewing project.
Is to draw a picture of one or more leaves, or collect, like Heidi is suggesting, leaves, and write down on that leaf a tool that you use to cover the parts of your body that you're ashamed of. So let me give you an example.
Give us an example.
So if you're someone that doesn't feel like they are very physically attractive, sometimes humor is a way to cover over places of shame. Like you can make fun of yourself before somebody else does.
Yeah, okay.
That's one. One of mine is that because I feel sensitive about my body, I don't like to feel my clothing against me. So I used to wear very loose jeans, and that proved detrimental for anybody who tend to walk behind me.
People prefer it if you wear clothes that fit.
It is a good thing, but I've had to kind of deal with that.
At least some people do.
So whatever those things are, write it down on the leaf, and when you're finished, burn it safely as an act of surrender, rejecting the fig leaves you've been using to cover your shame. So
genius.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
We'll do that one. I'm going to definitely try to do that one. So the song that we're going to play is a song about the body, in a sense, because one of the other things that's really that we see how the body is taken advantage of is when the body is used as a product, with like forgetting the whole person. We see this in pornography and a lot of other different things. So the song that we're going to do is a song called Slavery, which we recorded on our Outcasts and Refugees album. And it deals with that topic of when humans become products rather than being treated as people who are sacred. So, yeah.
Okay, so love your body.
Love your body.
Show us
what you're creating. How you might be journaling or responding. I heard you.
You know, you may not want to show us. You never mind. Let's just move right along. Anyway,
we love you. We'll see you soon. Here is Slavery. Bye. Lights go down, sitting goes to sleep. Turn your computer on or walk the streets for me with those hungry eyes, that fever in your blood. Call it addiction or call it even love. Don't know my name or how it is I came to be this way. Would you sell your soul for a bite to eat? Would you turn a trick just to make ends meet? You could walk away, you could set me free, but your fantasy is my slavery. Use your eyes or grab me with you think you can appease. One day breathe fire, destroying you and me. While there's still time, douse that flame and leave it all behind. Would you sell your soul for a bite to eat? Would you turn a trick just to make ends meet? You could walk away, you could set me free, but your fantasy is my slavery. Is this what you want for your life? Is this what you want for your child? It's not a victimless crime, not a victimless crime, not a victimless crime. Would you sell your soul for a bite to eat? Would you turn a trick just to make ends meet? You could walk away, you could set me free, but your fantasy is my slavery.